keep saying, you see now sounds like these, then now you find them on Spotify. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you're saying, oh, my artist wa Kenya manze hawana content. Oh, we're looking for talented people. Well, here they are. Wendy Kay joining me in studio. DJ Ali Fresh in the place as well. How you doing, guys?
Hey.
Good. What, Wendy? You sound like an angel.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I can't even, like, goosebumps, they're full.
For sure.
I'm not even gassing you up. Like, it was really nice.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You know how good you sound?
Well, I hope I sound okay. So coming from you, honestly, that means so much to me. So thank you.
Ali.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the first time I heard her voice on that song, I knew this was what we wanted on the song. So she definitely did an excellent job. Excellent job.
Where did you hear her? Like, what song was it that sealed the deal for you?
The first song that I heard of Wendy's that Crush. She has a song called Crush featuring Bithi, Kenyan artist. She does a lot of collaborations with Kenyan musicians as well. So that's also what I like most about her. And I met her actually coincidentally at a music production course at Santuri Academy. So I was learning how to basically produce music, better my skills in production, and that's where we started working on that song. Yeah.
And you were there for?
I was also learning or perfecting my production skills. So I'm also a producer coming soon. So yeah, that's why we met with DJ Ali Fresh, DJ Mura, among other amazing artists, and from there we just connected and we made so much music together.
Oh, a lot of jams.
Yeah, not just this one.
Oh, because the chemistry has to sort of like build up. You know, it's one thing to have, you know, the kind of chemistry, but then for musicians, it's just as important, right?
Yeah. I mean, the most important work, personally, I could imagine for a producer is pairing the right instrumental to the right artist, yeah? So myself and DJ Mura, we sit in between there, between coming up with good instrumental tracks, but also at the same time finding the artists who match the type of music that we want people to hear. So we start by making the instrumentals first, and then now it's like we shop around.
Because if you're given the wrong instrumental, then it doesn't really bring out
the
just
emotion.
How talented you are.
Exactly.
Oh, you see, I've learned something.
I mean, you're a musician though,
Wendy, we don't see many female producers. Can you name some? Maybe that we don't know.
Goodness.
Here in Kenya.
Oh my goodness, there's so many. There's Sharon, there's DJ Coco M, there's Corinne, there's Jerai. I can go on and on. I wouldn't say they're necessarily mainstream female producers, but they're on the come up. So I feel like within the next 2-3 years, so much content is going to come from female producers. So it's such a good time to be a producer.
But it doesn't matter anymore whether you're mainstream or not.
Exactly.
Things have changed.
Things have changed, and even from experience, working together or being together in the class, that's exactly what as Kenyan artists we are trying to bring together, just to show that unity between even the genders, not just to create music that sounds a certain way, but it's inclusive for everybody. And that's exactly what we're trying to push.
So now this is you being a producer and she was the artist. Is it easy to work with? Say the truth and shame the devil, Wendy.
Very easy, very easy. This is actually one of the best music videos I've ever shot. It was so like smooth, seamless, the production on time, there's a schedule, there's, you know, everything is properly planned. So I was like, I had a good time.
Kenya not just the bad reputation all the time.
So you found something, but it's just them, please, for the government. Maybe bado na struggle. Maybe sikamali. This is your second single.
Yes.
You and DJ Mura from your upcoming EP.
Exactly.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So the first single was called Hutia, featuring Arosh, an artist who majors in folk fusion type of music, especially Mugithi. It's like neo Mugithi, new Mugithi, fusing that with Afrobeat, something like that. And so the first time I met DJ Mura, he was already producing music. I was more focusing on DJing. So I also got inspired to start production by, you know, working closely with him, and he played for me some tracks. And during that time, it was towards the end of COVID 2021. And he played for me that song with Arosh, and I was like, okay, this is different because of the language. And as we know, like, language barrier is a big issue with the music in Africa generally. But what we're trying to do is just actually do the opposite by including lyrics that are more of our Kenyan tribes. So with Arosh, that was Hutia in Kikuyu. And this song we had Wendy Kay was singing in Swahili, English, and there was a verse by Japesa which was in Luo. So the whole idea of the EP is to include different languages, Sheng included, Kiswahili. So it's not just limited to a certain type of sound, but definitely the demographic is a Kenyan listener and generally an African listener.
Or what about a music lover? Because I feel like we make these excuses, or we have to explain when we use our mother tongue. Why? Like, I genuinely don't understand half of the things that we listen to from Nigeria.
Exactly.
And then, you know, your manager Wendy's on the other side, and she's always singing in, is it Kosa? I don't even Kosa. I don't even know what language that is. What is she saying? I don't know. Why is it that we make excuses here, Wendy? We're like, oh, we wanted to see.
Well, let me just keep it very light and simple. We need to give ourselves more chances, more opportunities. We need to be less of like judgmental or very critical of, or even if you're singing in a vernacular language, you know, they always find something to pinpoint at. So I'm like, you know, we should give ourselves more opportunities to experiment, not just to do a certain sound people expect us to do, and to give us the grace to grow in the industry.
And we also need to unlearn that it is not a measure of intelligence how well you speak English, or you know.
I mean that's it's a cultural norm, and through the music we're also trying to kind of like bridge that gap, and also do away with that stereotype, because it's a language like any other, right? So I mean, more vernacular music from Kenya coming up for sure. Okilo Max, all those guys have been spearheading that movement, and we're also just pushing.
Well, this EP aside, Wendy, what are you working on musically?
Oh my goodness, I'm working on so much. I'll be back here very soon after
this
one. For sure. But I'm really excited. Just like Ali said, this has been a very interesting year, like interacting with other producers, musicians of all walks of life in Kenya. So there's a lot of local influence coming now from my music moving forward. A lot of my own production, so I'm really excited to release that.
Oh, I'm glad. I can't wait. Okay, so this is in a couple of weeks.
You're gonna see.
All right, karibu tena, karibu tena, na tena, na tena. All right, so Ali, before I let you guys go, where can people get the EP? When is it dropping, first of all?
So the EP, we haven't set a specific date. We're just saying soon this year, because we have some very good like features across the continent, not just in Kenya. I'm not going to mention any, but just keep your eyes and ears out there. And I could plug my socials. Maybe that's where you can find my music. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at DJ Ali Fresh, and YouTube. You can find my mixes there if you also search DJ Ali Fresh. Yes.
All right. Wendy, how about you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Wendy Kay Music.
Oh, you sound so sweet. Are you single? Can I introduce you to my director?
I am married.
Ni msempoa. Hawa watu wa Nairobi wamekuchokesha. Yeye ni sweet.
Unaona vile nimekata haraka.
All right, so make sure that you check out the single. The video just came out today. Nyumbani, Japesa, Wendy Kay, Ali Fresh, and of course DJ Mura. They have that dope EP coming out very soon. They cannot give the dates so that musiwa pressure.
For sure.
Our taki pressure. Our taki pressure. But it's going to be a really nice album so far. EP, sorry, so far the 2 songs sound excellent. And guess where you can also get it, by the way, on Spotify. It's right there. It's right there. All right, so we have